Alright, this video is to deal with any issues of loose belts in the one motor model of the Hydro D-9200 BioWave machine. Occasionally your belt will get loose from use or just breaking in, and it makes kind of a nasty noise and may make you think that there's something really wrong with your machine, but really it's quite simple and an easy maintenance fix. So let's turn it on so you can get an idea of what that sound is to know if that is in fact the problem you're encountering. We'll do it one more time just for giggles. Okay. So that's the sound. Sometimes it'll be a little bit more prolonged. It can be even a little shorter. Now let's go over real quick the tools you're going to need for this job. You need a 3/16 Allen wrench, or you can use a impact drill with a 3/16 bit. You need a hammer. You can either do 2 wrenches at 5/8 and 11/16, or a 5/8 wrench and an 11/16 ratchet, which is what I recommend. It's the easiest way to do it. So let's go ahead and pop these lids off. Real easy, just 2 bolts. Okay, so now when you come in and you take a look, you can kind of pinch this belt. If there's any real give to it, it's probably too loose. It should be pretty hard and pretty difficult to get any real squeeze out of. So the way we go about this is we take our 11/16 socket and our 5/8 wrench, and we loosen this bearing. It has 2 bolts. And we only loosen it about half a turn. A little bit more. Just enough so you can get a little space between this lock washer and the nut. And what this does is this allows us to move this bearing and put some decent force into it without it bouncing around, and it'll give you a real solid stuck. So we'll go ahead and flip this and get the other one. A little bit more. Okay. And I'm actually going to loosen them both just a touch more, just to make this a little bit easier. Yeah, get really in there, make sure they can see that. Okay. So it's looser, but it's still very tight. It's not going to move just using your hand. And so with the machine still upside down, with the kind of front of the machine on the table, and you want to use a real nice solid table to do this. You know, don't do it on a fold-up table or something. And what you're going to do is just go ahead and get in here, and you're going to just hit this bearing maybe once or twice. I missed a little bit there. Okay. And don't worry, the bearing is made of pretty tough material, and as long as you're not going too crazy, it should hold up just fine. So now what we're going to do, I felt it. It feels pretty stiff. It might need another hit or two, but we're going to just tighten it about a quarter turn and do a quick test on it. Alright, go ahead and plug it in. Oh, sounds beautiful. We'll run it one more time just to make sure. All set, so now we just tighten it down all the way. and get it really nice and tight. And then just put the lid back on and it's ready to use, and it won't make that sound anymore.